equilibraban para anunciar una nueva era.
The new wave of British heavy metal was just really a term we invented in the office one afternoon. There were a lot of young, exciting British rock bands coming out of the woodwork, coming out of the metalwork, if you like. What I didn't realise at the time was how many of them there were.
There were Samson,
Savage,
Diamond Head, Venom,
Angel Witch,
Saxon, Fist,
Hank.
they're all school, Tigers of Pantang.
but only a few lasted a few years and had a career out of it.
A lot of those bands really didn't make much of a dent over here. Pretty much was Iron Maiden and Iron Maiden and Iron Maiden. Gracias a su legendario demo, Iron Maiden desarrolló rápidamente una leal adhesión y una reputación como la banda del pueblo.
They were guys who had all honed their chops in bar bands. They knew how to play their instruments really well. They were actually offered a record deal in '76 if they'd shave their heads into mohawks and play funk music. Well, they stuck it out in the London club scene for a few years, said, I think we've got a good thing going. We're going to stick with the Iron Maiden plan. See you in 5 years.
Iron Maiden esperó pacientemente hasta que recibió una oferta de disco que les permitía conservar su imagen. Irónicamente, cuando lanzaron su primer álbum autotitulado en 1980, inmediatamente tanto críticos como fanáticos vieron una relación entre Maiden y los elementos punk que despreciaban.
More than any band at that particular time, they had a little bit of grudging respect from punk writers of that generation, particularly with their singer Paul Di'Anno in the lineup. They had this kind of punk metal edge that I think crossed over to a large extent.
They wrote these songs that were really complicated, like Emerson, Lake and Palmer, prog rock, or Genesis. And then they had the energy of punk. So while punk bands were a lot of times just really playing three chords really fast, Iron Maiden was playing this intricate spider-webby guitar lines, and it sounded like classical music.
Like there's a lot of that in there. It's very nude.
It sounded more aggressive and more confrontational than pop music did. And if you were a very mainstream, straightforward, good person, you would not want to listen to Iron Maiden.
The timing couldn't have been more perfect when they hit. The genre as a whole was starting to happen, and here comes Maiden. Like, I've never heard this before. This is eviler than Priest. Like, that was my first thoughts hearing Iron Maiden. They're Judas Priest, but more evil. I was like, how'd they do this? How did they do this?
Para 1982 tenían 2 discos en su haber y un magnífico apoyo de fanáticos entusiastas del metal en todo el mundo. Sin embargo, a medida que crecía su popularidad, la banda estudiaba su futuro bastante más allá de las limitaciones de su vocalista Paul Di'Anno.
Di'Anno was very much a punk frontman. He wasn't a great singer, but he was right for what the first 2 albums represented. But with Paul Di'Anno, they were going to be stuck. He was unpredictable and enigmatic in a way that was not acceptable. To move on, they needed a new singer. When I first saw Iron Maiden, I thought, this is just fierce. God, this is good. Wow. I looked at the thing and I thought, I reckon I could do a better job than him now, I mean, I should be singing for those guys. They got him from Dickinson, from Stanson, a band who really weren't going anywhere. Well, Bruce had a great voice, great range. He was more articulate, more dynamic, more diverse, a better lyricist and a better singer than Paul Di'Anno. It allowed Maiden to move to the next level. Once you bring Bruce Dickinson into the lineup, you can see that transformation from a band who can get a club going, can get a 3,000 or 4,000 seater venue going. But with Dickinson on board, you're talking about, arena rock at its great. Metal is vaudeville in a way. The story, the theatre in your head, it takes over.
the stage, you can't be a little pinhead, so you have to blow yourself up. But if you want to be that big to somebody who's right at the back of the arena, you've got to take a real... you inflate your ego to super-sized proportions. It's super-sized me, and everything is big, and you don't make a gesture like that. Nobody will see it. Arms get flung, grand gestures, and the person at the back feels like you're much closer.
Con Dickinson al frente, Iron Maiden tenía la persona más grandiosa que la banda siempre había anhelado. Pero hubo un elemento particular que fue más famoso que cualquiera de los miembros de la banda. No tocaba ningún instrumento ni sabía cantar. Sin embargo, Eddie se volvió completamente responsable de proyectar la imagen de la banda y fue uno de los símbolos del heavy metal más queridos.
Eddie was the original alter ego that could express humor and irony and aggression.
They put all their fantasy, as it were, all their image into Eddie. He became the personification of Iron Maiden on T-shirts, on photographs, on album sleeves, on single sleeves. What you've got to realise is that Eddie basically started out as just a head, as a cardboard cutout on a piece of plywood.
It was more like a kabuki kind of mask and was shaped to look a little bit grotesque. And I remember seeing that behind the drummer. We'd do the set, and at the end of it, he had some fake blood gushing out in the mask. And as he went all over the drummer's head, he was just covered in this red stuff.
The original Eddie didn't have long hair. They had to give him some hair so he looked like a proper headbanger.
What was the inspiration for this album?
Eddie. I might have never gotten into Maiden if I didn't see Eddie on the cover of that first album, and I looked at it and I thought it was the coolest thing I'd ever seen. Just shows you how important artwork was and is to music.
I just thought the fact that we didn't know what he is. Was he a corpse? Was he a monster? Was he an alien? Because every record, he changed to whatever the theme of the record was. Killers, he's killing someone. Peace of Mind, he's in a straitjacket. Power Slave, he's in ancient Egypt. And then on top of that, when Maiden's playing, maybe if the energy level isn't as high, boom, they bring out the giant Eddie to come on stage. And I was like, oh, there's Eddie.
There was something about the image. It was almost like World Federation Wrestling. It was that kind of larger-than-life escapism thing, and slightly ridiculous. And I think that's why a lot of young kids got into it.
By owning Iron Maiden, you knew you were consuming this art and this aesthetic that belonged to sort of a darker subculture. And that was very appealing. It seemed to say, you think you're alienated, but you're not. There's 2 million people exactly like you.
Grabbed everyone between the ages of 14 and 22 at that time by the balls and didn't let go.
La historia del metal.